Hey, you guys, what is up? Hey, I'm your host, DZ, the Crochet Lady, and thanks so much for tuning in today. What we're looking at here is the seed stitch. This is Tunisian crochet, and I just made a little corner to corner blankie. Now, one of the keys to keeping your item in shape is to, when we're making our right side increase, you're going to want to extend your right side increase loop just a little bit so that it matches the tension on the other side over here, okay? If you don't, what you'll have is a blanket that is more curved on one side or hangs like really lopsided, okay? The other thing is when you get ready, when you're finished with your blanket, you're gonna bind off in either a single crochet or a loose slip stitch, and adding a border also really helps keep your item in shape. So if you are ready, I will see you in just 1 second with a chain of 2. Okay, let's start off with a loose chain 2. And then we're going to single crochet in the back hump of the first chain. We're going to do a right side increase, skipping your larger bar here, insert your hook into the smaller bar right above it, yarn over and pull up a loop. Next, we're going to make our left side increase. Insert your hook underneath the front end loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Then you're going to insert your hook underneath both end loops, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Now we have 4 loops on our hook, and we have our increases made. So we're going to do a normal close, and the normal close is going to apply for all the rows. So pull up on your end loop there just a tad, chain 1, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops to the end of each row. We're going to make a right side increase and a left side increase for each row until your item reaches the length and width that you want. So let's start off with our right side increase. Next, we're going to make a knit stitch. So your knit stitch is going to go in between the front and back vertical bar, just like this. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Next, we're going to do a purl stitch. With your hook, bring your yarn to the front, insert your hook underneath the next vertical bar, let your yarn go, and wrap your hook around the yarn just like this. Yarn over and pull through. Okay? Then you're going to do your left side increase. Insert your hook underneath the front end loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert your hook underneath both end loops, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have your left side increase made. You're going to increase 2 by each row, 1 on the right side, 1 on the left side. Okay, so let's do the normal close. We're going to chain 1, yarn over and pull through 2 loops all the way down. And we're just going to repeat that row 1. So make your right side increase. And we're going to continue with a knit stitch. Now it's going to be a little tricky to see, but it's right there. There's your front vertical bar and your back vertical bar right there. So once you get going, it might kind of blend in a little bit, but it's still there. So make your knit stitch, Tunisian knit stitch, and then your purl stitch. With your hook, bring your yarn to the front, insert your hook underneath the vertical bar, let your yarn go, yarn over, and pull through. Knit stitch. Now essentially what you're doing is you're making one stitch. It's going to be opposite, so you're going to be making a knit stitch in the purl stitch, and then we're going to make a purl stitch in the knit stitch from the row below, and then our left side increase. Okay, so follow through with your normal close. Okay, you guys, so don't forget to do your increases on both sides until your item gets to be to where you want, and just continue to follow the stitch pattern. Okay, and I'll see you guys in just a few short rows. Well, maybe not so many short rows, but I'll see you guys in a minute or two. All right, and then we'll start the decrease. Yay! Now, if you want to do the color change, what you're going to do is you're going to have only 2 loops on your hook on the return, and then we're going to add our second color, just like this. You're going to bring your next color through the last 2 loops, and then continue with your increase and the stitch pattern. Yay, we're ready for the decrease, and I'm going to start my decrease on the left side. So I've got the last 2 unworked stitches, and then I have my end loops here. So let's work out the last stitch, which is going to be a knit stitch, and then we're going to do our decrease. So insert your hook underneath the bar of the last stitch there, underneath both end loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And then you're going to extend your end loop just a little bit and proceed with a normal close. Chain 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops all the way down. Okay, let's get ready for the right side decrease. So you're going to stop when you have 3 loops left on your hook, and if you have another color, you're going to bring your color through all 3 loops. And we're going to proceed with the stitch pattern. So on each decrease we lose a stitch. So we're just going to follow how we have been, making the opposite stitch in the row below. So we have a knit stitch, so we're going to start off with a purl stitch. And proceed just like we have been. So go ahead and work your row all the way to the end, making your left side decrease, your normal close, and I'll see you right back over here just to make sure you guys are doing it all right, okay? I know, I said I'd meet you guys on the right hand side, and I will, but I just wanted to go through the close one more time, okay? So we have our last 2 unworked stitches, and then our end loops. Don't confuse your top loops with your end loops, okay? If you have to, use a stitch marker until you're more comfortable with where to place your hook. So we have a purl stitch in the row below, so we're going to make a knit stitch. Then we're going to proceed with the decrease. So insert your hook underneath the last bar underneath both end loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Extend your end loop just a little bit, chain 1, and then proceed with your normal close. Okay, so let's get ready to do the right side decrease again. I'm just going to bring my next color through. And we're just going to proceed with the stitch pattern as normal. So we've got a knit stitch from the row below, so we're going to make a purl. And then a knit stitch. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to decrease on both sides each row. So when you get back down to the end of the row that we're working now, you're going to make a decrease, normal close, and then when you get back to over here, you're going to make your color change if you're using 2 colors. Alright, so I'll see you guys when we have only a few loops on our hook and your item is almost done and we're ready to close it off, okay? So I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so we're down to the last few stitches and let's just work this part together. So I'm going to do my left side decrease. Normal close. My right side decrease, and I'm going to pull my next color through. Tunisian purl stitch, Tunisian knit stitch, and then once again we're down to the left side decrease. And now we're going to wrap it up. Normal close so far. Okay, and then we're going to do our right side decrease, bringing in the last or the next color. And then basically we just have a left side decrease from here. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so from here, of course, you would want to chain 1 and make your bind off using single crochet or slip stitch, or maybe you want to add a border. This pattern lends itself really nicely to creating a border. All of the end loops are really easy to see. Alright, as usual, I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend time with you today, and I will chit chat with you guys in the very near future, okay? Peace out.